Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning,
All
Sergey.
right, we have 13 minutes left on this card. So, what would you like to share? Maybe just a quick background, why you came here, and how was the time spent here?
Yeah, sure. So I came here for, feeling like the weight of carrying personal shame, carrying a lot of shame from some other people. In the United States, I work as a multi state licensed therapist. I work with a lot of trauma oriented survivors, the veteran community, um, and to constantly, inhale the grief
Absorb.
and the pain
Yeah.
and absorb, the pain and the grief of other people. Um, Sometimes without recognition, the heaviness of that has essentially moved into my personal life and affected my family,
Mm,
affected myself, and I needed to come to a place where we could balance that, right? We could realize that and we could interpret it in a different light and in a different space.
definitely, you absorb pain from people. You have to have your ways to release that in daily life. If not, it just accumulates.
Yeah, and one of the ways that I realized that I absorb that deeply is sitting in front of a computer all day in a square room,
Mm.
boxed in, almost like a mental prison at times, even though you feel like you provide relief. Um,
Oh, that's how you work with your clients.
yeah,
Uh
yeah,
huh.
that's how I work with my clients
Online
mostly these days. Um, and coming out here, having the space, having
for
the
yourself.
honesty, yeah, to reconnect with the path, that I lost essentially. There's no question about it. Um, Being here helped me realize how far off that path I've gone, and it just feels nice to be able to move back to it, to gain the clarity, right? To gain the profound experience of your work and of the work with your medicine.
Mm-hmm. Although short visit, but good visit.
Extremely short visit,
Yeah,
but powerful.
powerful. Yeah, yeah. Because you're also ready. It's. I feel like I can push you more in a shorter amount of time. So some people need to take more time to to push them where they need to be, but without overwhelming them. So with you, I felt like I could you know, just step on the gas a bit sooner. You know.
And I appreciate that noticing too, and re-entering the path. Yeah, I do feel, without a statement of ego, that I am ready for that, and there was no difficulty entering that space. It was necessary. It was
Yeah.
necessary to gain attraction.
So how you feel now, a week later? What has changed so far internally? Like, what are you taking home?
Yeah, to taking home the humility, taking home the
Mm,
honesty, taking the heaviness of the heart and having it much lighter now.
yeah.
Much lighter, much more patience, much more um, entering
Compassion.
compassion, and entering that space of the mystery of wisdom that is truly out there, and taking knowledge, of course, for what it is, but it's a tool. Knowledge is a tool, and being here, one of the biggest changes will help me in my professional life, in the way I interact with people,
Oh,
hands
in
down,
every sense will help you in your personal life too.
in my personal life as well, and with my family, the more important things. And that was a good, honest lesson from you personally, face to face, that was needed. And that's my style. I appreciate it like that. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate the honesty.
That's what works.
Yeah,
That's it. You want to change, you need to be honest with yourself. That's just the way.
yeah. Well received.
Mm. And you expecting a new baby in August. That's amazing. A month from now.
Yeah, and part of this was getting permission from my wife, and that was a hard part. You know,
Mm.
to leave my family. You know, I have a baby coming in a month. Um, I was able to settle on her name out here. Yeah, so that was nice.
You mean that's something you already discussed before with your wife?
Yeah, we had a list of, you know, some
Mm.
names, and I told her, and it's here. It came to me, and it's only her to change it. You know, she doesn't.
Uh-huh. She accepted it?
Yeah, she accepted it at first, being that it was already previously discussed. But you know, we had a conversation about it, and I told her, it's still, this is what I'm set on, but it's your option.
Of
to
course,
change.
it's mutual, you know.
Yeah. So
We
that
did
was
that
nice.
in that way too, you know. We agree on names. I think one name came from me, one from my wife, but we agree on that. It's like there was no arguments on that. It's like, okay, first of all, it's like, hey, I can make suggestion, but it's her who bearing the child, so bearing the pain, bearing this. So it's like, you know, it's her choice really, but it still was mutually respectful, you know.
And we agreed that I would name daughters, she would name sons, but we
Okay.
fall on two daughters, and my first daughter has my name in resemblance. My name is Kyle, her name is Kaya,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so the next name is, we chose the middle name to resemble my wife's name,
Uh-huh.
and then we agreed on the first name.
Wonderful. Well, she's ready to be born and face existence, you know, in a human form. What an amazing opportunity, you know, and especially to be born in a loving family. That's truly a fortunate event,
And the timing was
you know.
perfect. The essence of the timing of this experience, perfect.
Yeah, that was part of why you came too. You know, I remember we talked in our emails. So you feel like, do you feel like you have achieved that you came for?
I'm not sure if I'll ever fully achieve in this moment, but to get back on the path is achieved.
Yeah.
And I think that is the most important thing
Yeah.
in coming to a place like Huachuma Wasi, is to recognize that at the front door, you leave what you think you know. You come in here to reopen, you come in here to absorb, you come in here to learn.
Humility. It's important.
Humility, but I've taken home a great deal, and I know I will be back to this place. I will be back here with my family, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, people do that. People come with their kids, drink medicine together,
For sure.
because that's a beautiful way to connect and to talk about difficult things. You know, sometimes in life it's just hard to discuss things, but in the medicine, it just removes all the boundaries and, you know, soften your ego and just allow you to be real and just discuss difficult subjects. You know, many relationships were healed here, marriages, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, if your relationship is not based on real values, it will collapse. The medicine will speed it up. It just will show you that it's just not real, you know. But at the same time, if it's real, but was like, you know, life got in between and make things hard, and people kind of forget that initial spark, why they got together, that can be reignited, and the bond gets just stronger.
Yeah.
So it depends on the you know, content, on the relationships.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree with that. And I feel
so-
that.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of things here. People get so deep together, and I've also seen things, people go different ways after that, because they just realized that just it wasn't true. You know, it wasn't real. It was for wrong reasons, and that's it. You know, but either way, it's good, because why would you want to live a lie anyway?
Yeah.
You know, it just that it comes down to that. So we have 4 minutes here. What would you like to share? Maybe to tell people who would like to come but maybe afraid, and what would you tell them?
You know, in the ceremony down by the river, I had a thought that came to me that consciousness is the safety net for the fear that doesn't exist. We create the fear. And even here, and maybe after ceremonies, I still had to acknowledge different fears, that are still coming to me. But in this place is united in safety, united in protection, and if you need to move to somewhere where you can have some space to clear your mind, to feel comfort, to feel love, this is the place. This is your place. If you want to rediscover your personal path, the path with your family, but again, more importantly, probably with yourself so that you can live in those environments. But this place provides all that. It provides it all.
Okay, well, that's a beautiful way to end the conversation. I'm sure we could talk more, but the memory card here has 2.5 minutes left. So, but I think we touch on important things, and just to wrap it up, give yourself credit for making the journey, taking time, and above all, be willing to sit with yourself and to be honest. That's where the healing is. Self-honesty. That's the medicine. That's what opens all doors. Might be harsh, might be painful, but in the short term, but in the long term, it's beneficial. So I salute you for your courage, for your willingness to transform and become better father, better husband. I support that very much.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
all the best from here, and we'll see you in the near future, whenever that might be. All the best. Congratulations on becoming a father again. Let me know when that happens, and everything will be good. And be there with your wife. Hold her hand. I've been with my wife twice. Held her hand, right there. So it was important, both for her and for me. So I've seen the whole process.
Yeah.
So be there. Be there for her. If you have taken this responsibility, you have to deliver in every way. Okay. Well, good luck from here, and all the best.
Thank you.